Live from Gahanna, WGLH-TV presents Lincoln Live with Katie Bailey and Natalie Fogel. Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Katie Bailey.
And I'm Natalie Fogel. Katie, how ready are you for the weekend?
Oh, Natalie, I'm so ready for the weekend. How about you?
Me too. But did you hear that Puxatawny Phil didn't see a shadow this morning?
Wait, does that mean we're having an early spring?
Yes, it does, which is very much needed.
Totally agree, but let's get into the news.
This weekend here at Lincoln, we are celebrating our school culture and diversity.
Yes, this weekend Diaspora is performing their annual community show on Saturday.
Diaspora Voices of an Ever-Changing America. This gives students in our school a chance to perform poems, dances, songs, and other forms of arts.
There are still a few tickets left for the performances at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock.
You can buy the tickets at locallevelevents.com for $5.
Well, to give us more insight about Diaspora, we have our very own Damian Jones and Brielle Jackson, who will both be in Diaspora here on set.
Hey guys, how are we doing?
Doing
Pretty
good.
good. How are you guys?
We're doing good. Go ahead, take it away.
Thank you. Last year, Diaspora didn't start on, February, but this year we're starting off this month very big, with Black History Month, this month, and Diaspora's coming up. But you were in Diaspora, the last 2 years of it, from 2020 until now. Just tell me a little bit about the two differences between now and then.
Yeah, last year was the first year back from COVID, and so I think with Diaspora, it was really important. It was very informational for the new class of students to see what Diaspora is, and so I was happy to be a part of that. And so for this year, I really wanted to soak it up and be as involved as I could. And so being in multiple dances and a part of different videos, I'm just really excited for everyone to see the hard work. There's so many emotions with Diaspora that people can feel with just going over our history and celebrating who we are. So I'm just really excited for everyone to see it this weekend. Can you explain how you're feeling about Diaspora this year and how the tickets and our show times, and remind everyone about it?
Yeah, I'm feeling great about this year. I missed out on the last, couple years. So this year I'm really taking it all in. I'm in 3 acts this year. Obviously me and you are doing an act together. Then I also do an act, a tribute to somebody special of mine. It's a surprise. This year, just overall educating, everybody on it. And this year we also have a homecoming section in the dance that I really love. It's nothing like a HBCU homecoming for that. So I'm really excited for that. And not only are we performing it one time, but we're doing it twice. One show at 2, one show at 7. Doors open an hour before each show, and we also have a special guest, for you guys that you have to come and see. We obviously can't tell you about it, but yeah, it's a very special guest.
Yes, we're super excited. So we hope you guys come out and that we see you there. But for now, we're going to pass it back to Natalie and Katie at the news desk.
Thanks, Brielle and Dom. Well, along with Diaspora and to kick off the beginning of Black History Month, our Y Lead Club is putting together a Spirit Week.
Yes, on Monday, it's Pan-African Day to show unity. They're asking people to wear red, black, and green.
Tuesday will be Black Excellence Day, so dress up as your favorite Black individual.
Wednesday, rep your historically Black college or university by wearing a crew neck or any gear with the university's logo.
Thursday is Hip Hop Throwback, so throw on your best 70s, 80s, or 90s style outfit.
And finally, Friday is Fly Informal, so dress in your Sunday best to celebrate at the festival that will be held that day. Now we want to share some great news from right here in the TV studio. It involves all of our TV students. The classes gathered in the auditorium yesterday for the National Student Production Awards, or Student Emmys, for a live award stream. The opening message to the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences was from Jack Black. Lincoln had 7 nominations, and the story titled The Beat Goes On won the National Award for Best Public Affairs Community Service category.
And the winner is The Beat Goes On.
The story was produced by recent grads Jillian Sanders and Mia Sammons. Special thanks to senior Jalen Scott, his sister Jordan Bryant, and their mother for discussing how their brother Jay Sean's death led to saving 6 other lives. Here's a clip from the story.
He saved 6. He donated 7 organs, but one of his kidneys and his pancreas went to the same person.
For me, it just kind of made me feel better about the whole situation, because that was a decision that he made on his own, and I know my mom would have donated his organs anyway, but to know that he made that decision to want to help other people just made me feel really proud of him.
When I was 16, I got the organ donor put on my permit, and then I just never changed it ever since then.
I wasn't an organ donor because I wasn't like old enough to like put on like my ID yet. But when I was able to like put on my ID to be an organ donor, I checked yes because he made me, seeing what he did and how many lives that he changed and has affected just really makes me want to be able to do the same thing.
It's really neat how you can give life. Like, why not? Why not? Old or young. Jay Sean was 17 and he gave it to old and young.
Congrats again. But that wasn't the only good news. The other national winner is End the Distraction, a long-form, non-fiction story produced by the film and documentary class.
The award goes to End the Distraction.
It featured interviews with Governor Mike DeWine and 10 TV's Dom Tiberi. But most importantly, the Dietrich family shared how distracted driving led to the loss of their daughter, Lincoln graduate Sydney Williams. Here's a clip from that story.
And we know that distracted driving is killing people every single week in Ohio.
They just hit us. Next thing you know, my Mimi got out the car to figure out what happened, and he said that he was on his phone and he dropped his phone.
It just takes a half second and a disaster can happen. The leading killer of children in the United States is car crashes, and to me that's just not acceptable.
I got rear-ended outside of St. Matthews. The girl behind me was on her phone.
When fatal crashes occur, generally there's a driving behavior involved.
When you take your eyes off of that road, you actually move to almost a drunk driving state.
We were supposed to take this left turn, and he looked down at his phone for like 1 second, and then a truck came at us.
If you've messed around with your phone while driving and you haven't killed yourself or somebody else by now, that's a function of luck, not skill.
We have teenage drivers who every week in the state of Ohio are dying. So it can happen to you.
Thanks again. A total of 3 national student awards were won by schools in Ohio, and Gahanna-Lincoln won 2 of the 3. The other is Cincinnati Anderson High School. Along with the awards and recognitions, 2 Lincoln coaches are new inductees into the respective Coaching Hall of Fames. Those are track coach Roger Whitaker and baseball head coach Mike Shade. They have been inducted in their Sports State Coaching Association Hall of Fame. Coach Whitaker has won 4 outdoor state championships and 6 indoor state titles as the girls track head coach. Coach Shade has led Gahanna to the state Final Four twice and has collected 8 district titles and over 500 career wins. A huge congratulations to both coaches.
Every month, Student Council decorates and lists off important dates for the month in the hallway by L with the windows. It is important that students are aware of these dates so that they can become more educated and reach out to peers or staff members if they want to discuss what these awareness dates mean. We caught up with Student Council member Mia Rowe for more information.
You might have noticed downstairs, walking through the hamster cage, there's a window with the month and important days throughout the month to bring awareness to. That was created by the Student Council Wellness Committee. And for February, we have National Eating Disorder Awareness Month, National Boost Self-Esteem Month, and the 13th through the 19th is National Kindness Week. So Student Council does that to help bring awareness to these topics throughout the months of the school year and to just educate people about what's going on in the month.
Thanks, Mia. Today, the Honor Special Access students are showing off their project that they have been working on for the past 6 months. They will be presenting their posters and oral presentations in the auditorium and gym today until 5th period. Feel free to stop by and enjoy their incredible work. We spoke to Special Aspect student Julie Serzer.
This was a semester-long class, and with that we wrote a paper and did projects individually. And the symposium is kind of like the final step of it all, where we get to present it to judges and get to be graded on it, and if we do good enough, we can go on to district. There will be a presentation portion which certain students get to do, and then posters which all students do, and can even be open to classes to come visit and check out.
Thanks, Julie. We have a quick reminder that you can listen to our latest podcasts on Spotify. Just search Lion Cubcast.
The most recent Cubcasts are Jamie and Taylor's Hot Takes, where they bring a special guest to talk about fun topics.
Soul Searching with Cole, where Cole Farbizo helps students find their soulmates.
For you gamers, there's an episode called Fortnite Yaps.
And Behind the Pride, where students get insight on athletes and their sports. Make sure to check out our podcast on Spotify.
Well, Lincoln, that wraps up the end of our show. We want to wish all the best to the performers at Diaspora.
And with that, we wanted to show you some videos of this week's orchestra concert.
Bye.